What are the hazardous attitudes? Which attitudes, if you think that any pilot is developing, then you can watch it yourself and then try to get rid of those.
This matters a lot to the airline assessments as well, right?
definitely.
So for the ones who are CPL holders and or type rated pilots right now appearing for airlines, pay like proper attention to this topic and more than that, be self-aware, right?
So, for example, if a pilot is flying on the same route again and again, okay, so there is a human tendency to become complacent, okay, and he or she will assume that the flight would be operating as per each and every day. So till date there hasn't been any problem for the flight, okay, so then on some day if something happens, he or she should be ready for it. So he should not have the mentality that this cannot happen to me. So as a pilot, that is a hazardous attitude which is called as invulnerability, which states that it could not happen to me. So any incident, any accident can happen to you, so you have to be ready to take action to stop that accident from being happening.
Yeah, so also in some of the podcast, I guess we discussed about the authority gradient. So when an instructor student authority gradient is considered, the instructor is way too high because of the experience and knowledge of the instructor and skills, obviously. And a student who has flown like 10 hours in has only 10 hours on his logbook. The authority gradient is steep, right? Now when it comes to airlines, usually the authority gradient is not that
so
steep, right?
Unless a pilot is under training.
Correct.
Sometimes
Junior
whenever
first
the
officer
junior
and
first
captain.
officer
Correct.
was under training and there is a trainer, then definitely there are many things the junior first officer has to learn.
Correct.
That time it could get authoritative at one point of time.
Okay.
If he is well prepared and if he is doing his duties correctly, then still for his or her stage, the captain would understand that yes, he is doing it okay, fine. Then it becomes a synergistic cockpit. But at the time of emergency, when a captain is the one who has to handle that situation in the shortest duration of time, that time it is the captain who has to delegate the actions, and then there is captain will be the pilot flying in that case, and first officer will be pilot monitoring and will be doing the action. So depending on situation, it will vary. In normal situation, if it is a synergistic cockpit, then in emergency situation it can become authoritative or autocratic cockpit.
Correct. Okay. So as you use the term synergistic cockpit, just tell us more about it, because
synergistic cockpit is where